Giving Autumn a little stretch here. She just woke up. We went a little crazy at the gas station. This is what happens when you skip lunch. Pecan tarts, brownies, and Reese cups. Alright, we're about an hour and a half into our road trip, and I think we've got probably another half hour or so until we get to our campsite. We're heading up to a lake, still sort of in the southern part of Vancouver Island, but a freshwater lake where our campsite will be, and then there's another lake nearby. We're hoping to do some trout fishing, maybe elk shed hunting, maybe even a bear hunt. We'll see. It's been pretty cold, so I don't think the bears are quite up yet. However, the season's open, so it's time. That was a Roosevelt elk. This town's known for having elk all over the roads. You gotta really be cautious here. You'll often be driving down here and people be flashing their headlights usually to let you know. Oh, the gravel road begins. I'm gonna take it slow because we're towing the boat. Well, we're driving along the north side of Lake Cowichan. We're probably getting pretty close to our campsite actually. Shouldn't be much longer. This is a wreck site that is owned and operated by a logging company, but we're trying it out. Seems nice enough. There's a lake, washrooms, water. I think we got a good site too. This is a white duck bell tent. It's 13 feet in diameter. Plenty of room in here for us and the baby. That was actually harder than I remember it being, but I think it's just the really hard ground, gravel ground. So hammering those things in, I've worked off that Reese's cup. Whew. Seems like a nice enough place. By the time we got here and got the camp set up and had supper, I was only able to get a few casts in before it got dark. So anyway, stars are out. I'm gonna set up a time lapse and I'm going to bed. Hopefully tomorrow I'll catch some fish. Well, it's the morning. We made it through the night. It was quite cold. Luckily we had our little diesel heater for our tent. That helped a little bit.
That's all you eat.
Had some coffee and some breakfast, and now I've got the boat loaded up and I'm gonna take it over to another lake and hopefully get a bit of trout trolling in. Alright, we're trolling. Inline weight, no downriggers. So we just pulled the boat out of the water. We trolled around looking for trout. Not a single bite. But it's a new fishery for us, and I think the kids still had fun driving around in the boat, so way. We're heading back, gonna have some lunch, and then go look for bears and elk sheds. Okay, so we've had lunch, and now we are heading out on a little drive here to look for maybe some bears, maybe some elk sheds, maybe some firewood, maybe shoot a couple guns. We'll see. Just about the right time of year to be looking for elk sheds as well. So we saw this nice river bottom here, and we thought we'd walk this elk trail and see if we see any sheds. Nothing yet, but this area is super cool. That looks pretty fresh. More sign here. We're definitely in the right spot. They're definitely around here. Now, I don't know if they've dropped their antlers yet. We did see that bull on the drive-in that still had his, so I don't know. But I've heard a friend that found 2 last week, so who knows. So I went back to the truck. Look who's awake. There's definitely elk here. We can smell them. They're that close. It smells like a barnyard. Found this big femur bone, I think. Probably from an elk. We need more firewood. Alright, so we got a new single shot shotgun. First time shooting this thing. I'm gonna fire some bird shot through it to start. Kicks pretty good. Next I'm gonna try this double-aught buck. Kicks. Whew. And finally, a slug, rifled slug, 2 3/4 inch. I don't even want to shoot this. Oh, that kicks. Holy cow. Alright, let's go. Look. Hit the dirt with the slug. Couple holes in the buck. And the bird shot seemed to work okay. Alright. Alright, Kevin's gonna give her a go with some bird shot.
Choose a plain one.
You think you would have hit more ducks this season with that?
Yeah. At least one.
Maybe. Well, we've got a bear hunt coming up in about, I don't know, a month and a half.
Back up. Me up.
So Kevin's sighting his rifle in for 20 yards because the only thing he's shot with it is another bear at 5 yards. So.
3, 2, 1, go.
Good enough, I'd say. 35 yards, it says. All right. It's on the paper. I kind of just picked a high spot and went with it. Good enough to me. Spotted some elk up here. There's 3 up on that ridge that I can see, and then there's 2 more down here. Oh, there's a 5th one. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. None of them have antlers, so I don't know. I can't tell if they're cows or maybe there's a bull in there, but the one at the bottom looks pretty big. Ooh, last year's spring bear chili, vacuum sealed. Is it good? Kevin and his kids are trying to catch some trout off the dock. Let's go see how they're doing. Anything? Well, it's almost dark, but I've got my fly rod out. I'm gonna put some a dry fly on. It's a little like mosquito or something. See if I can get a trout. As soon as I get it out there, it starts to rain. It's not the best for dry flies, but all right. Couple jumping out there, but it's pretty slow so far. Well, that's it for fly fishing for the night. I'll try again in the morning maybe. Time to sit by the fire and get warm. Well, we didn't get any fly fishing in, but we are maybe having egg wraps again. Yay. Well, we're all packed up and heading home. We obviously didn't see any bears. We did get to see that herd of elk, which was pretty cool, and no fish were caught. Lame. We're happy to be heading home now.